Leviticus chapters 19 through 21. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation of the children of Israel, and thou shalt say to them, Ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Let every one of you reverence his father and his mother, and ye shall keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall not follow idols, and ye shall not make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God. For if ye will sacrifice a peace offering to the Lord, ye shall offer it acceptable from yourselves. And what day soever ye shall sacrifice it, it shall be eaten. And on the following day, if any of it should be left till the third day, it shall be thoroughly burnt with fire. And if it should be at all eaten on the third day, it is unfit for sacrifice. It shall not be accepted. And he that eats it shall bear his iniquity, because he has profaned the holy things of the Lord. And the souls that eat it shall be destroyed from among their people. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, you shall not complete the reaping of your field with exactness, and thou shalt not gather that which falls from thy reaping. And thou shalt not go over the gathering of thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather the remaining grapes of the vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall not steal, ye shall not lie, neither shall one bear false witness as an informer against his neighbor. And ye shall not swear unjustly by my name, and ye shall not profane the holy name of your God. I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt not injure thy neighbor, neither do thou rob him, neither shall the wages of thy hireling remain with thee until the morning. Thou shalt not revile the deaf, neither shalt thou put a stumbling block in the way of the blind. And thou shalt fear the Lord thy God. I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt not act unjustly in judgment. Thou shalt not accept the person of the poor, nor admire the person of the mighty. With justice shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Thou shalt not walk deceitfully among thy people. Thou shalt not rise up against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, so thou shalt not bear his sin on his account. And thy hand shall not avenge thee, and thou shalt not be angry with the children of thy people. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. Ye shall observe my law. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with one of a different kind. And thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with diverse seed. And thou shalt not put upon thyself a mingled garment woven of two materials. And if anyone should lie carnally with a woman, and she should be a home servant kept for a man, and she has not been ransomed, and her freedom has not been given to her, they shall be visited with punishment. But they shall not die, because she was not set at liberty. And he shall bring for his trespass to the Lord to the door of the tabernacle of witness, a ram for a trespass offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord, for the sin which he sinned, and of the sin which he sinned shall be forgiven him. And whenever ye shall enter into the land which the Lord your God gives you, and shall plant any fruit tree, then shall ye purge away its uncleanness. Its fruit shall be 3 years uncleansed to you. It shall not be eaten. And in the 4th year all its fruit shall be holy, a subject of praise to the Lord. And in the 5th year ye shall eat the fruit. Its produce is an increase to you. I am the Lord your God. Eat not on the mountains, nor shall ye employ auguries, nor divine by inspection of birds. Ye shall not make a round cutting of the hair of your head, nor disfigure your beard. And ye shall not make cuttings in your body for a dead body, and ye shall not inscribe on yourselves any marks. I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt not profane thy daughter to prostitute her, so the land shall not go a whoring, and the land be filled with iniquity. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths, and reverence my sanctuaries. I am the Lord. Ye shall not attend to those who have them divining spirits, nor attach yourselves to enchanters, to pollute yourselves with them. I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head, and honor thy face of the old man, and shalt fear thy God. I am the Lord your God. And if there should come to you a stranger in your land, you shall not afflict him. The stranger that comes to you shall be among you as the native, and thou shalt love him as thyself, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. You shall not act unrighteously in judgment, in measures and weights and scales. There shall be among you just balances and just weights, and a just liquid measure. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. And ye shall keep all my law and all my ordinances, and ye shall do them. I am the Lord your God. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Thou shalt also say to the children of Israel, If there shall be any of the children of Israel, or of those who have become proselytes in Israel, who shall give of his seed to Moloch, let him be surely put to death. The nation upon the land shall stone him with stones. And I will set my face against that man, and I will cut him off from his people, because he has given of his seed to Moloch, to defile my sanctuary, and profane the name of them that are consecrated to me. And if the natives of the land should in any wise overlook that man in giving of his seed to Moloch, so as not to put him to death, then I will set my face against that man and his family, and I will destroy him, and all who have been of one mind with him, so that he should go a-whoring to the princes from their people. And the soul that shall follow those who have in them divining spirits, or enchanters, so as to go a-whoring after them, I will set my face against that soul, and will destroy it from among its people. And ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. And ye shall observe my ordinances, and do them. I am the Lord that sanctifies you. Every man who shall speak evil of his father or of his mother, let him die the death. Has he spoken evil of his father or his mother? He shall be guilty. Whatever man shall commit adultery with the wife of a man, or whoever shall commit adultery with the wife of his neighbor, let them die the death, the adulterer and the adulteress. And if anyone should lie with his father's wife, he has uncovered his father's nakedness. Let them both die the death. They are guilty. And if anyone should lie with his daughter-in-law, let them both be put to death, for they have wrought impiety. They are guilty. And whoever shall lie with a male as with a woman, they both have wrought abomination. Let them die the death. They are guilty. Whosoever shall take a woman and her mother, it is iniquity. They shall burn him and them with fire, and there shall not be iniquity among you. And whosoever shall lie with a beast, let him die the death, and ye shall kill the beast. And whatever woman shall approach any beast, so as to have connection with it, ye shall kill the woman and the beast. Let them die the death. They are guilty. Whosoever shall take his sister by his father or by his mother, and shall see her nakedness, and she his nakedness, it is a reproach. They shall be destroyed before the children of their family. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness. They shall bear their sin. And whatever man shall lie with a woman that is set apart for a flux, and shall uncover her nakedness, he has uncovered her fountain, and she has uncovered the flux of her blood. They shall both be destroyed from among their generation. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister, or of the sister of thy mother, for that man has uncovered the nakedness of one near akin. They shall bear their iniquity. Whosoever shall lie with his near kinswoman has uncovered the nakedness of one near akin to him. They shall die childless. Whoever shall take his brother's wife, it is uncleanness. He has uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall die childless. And keep ye all my ordinances, and my judgments, and ye shall do them. And the land shall not be agreed with you, into which I bring you to dwell upon it. And walk ye not in the customs of the nations which I drive out from before you. For they have done all these things, and I have abhorred them. And I said to you, Ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it to you for a possession, even a land flowing with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, who have separated you from all people. And ye shall make a distinction between the clean and the unclean cattle, and between clean and unclean birds. And ye shall not defile your souls with cattle, or with birds, or with any creeping things of the earth, which I have separated for you by reason of uncleanness. And ye shall be holy to me, because I, the Lord your God, am holy, who separated you from all nations to be mine. And as for man or woman, whosoever of them shall have in them a divining spirit, or be an enchanter, let them both die the death. Ye shall stone them with stones. They are guilty. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the priests of the sons of Aaron, and thou shalt tell them that they shall not defile themselves in their nation for the dead, but they may mourn for a relative who is very near to them, for a father and a mother, and sons and daughters, for a brother, and for a virgin sister that is near to one that is not espoused to a man. For these one shall defile himself. He shall not defile himself suddenly among his people to profane himself. And ye shall not shave your head for the dead with a baldness on the top. And they shall not shave their beard, neither shall they make gashes on their flesh. They shall be holy to their God, and they shall not profane the name of their God. For they offer sacrifices of the Lord as the gifts of their God, and they shall be holy. They shall not take a woman who is a harlot and profaned, or a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy to the Lord his God. And thou shalt hallow him, and he offers the gifts of the Lord your God. He shall be holy, for I, the Lord that sanctify them, am holy. And if the daughter of a priest should be profaned to go a-whoring, she profanes the name of her father, she shall be burnt with fire. And the priest that is chief among his brethren, the oil having been poured upon the head of the anointed one, and he, having been consecrated to put on the garments, shall not take the mitre off his head, and shall not rend his garments. Neither shall he go into any dead body, neither shall he defile himself for his father or his mother. And he shall not go forth out of the sanctuary, and he shall not profane the sanctuary of his God, because the holy anointing oil of God is upon him. I am the Lord. He shall take for a wife a virgin of his own tribe. But a widow, or one that is put away, or profaned, or a harlot, these he shall not take. But he shall take for a wife a virgin of his own people. And he shall not profane his seed among his people. I am the Lord that sanctifies him. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Say to Aaron, a man of thy tribe throughout your generations shall have a blemish on him, shall not draw nigh to offer the gifts of his God. No man who has a blemish on him shall draw nigh. A man lame, blind, with his nose disfigured, or his ears cut, a man who has a broken hand, or a broken foot, or humpbacked, or blear-eyed, or that has lost his eyelashes, or a man who has a malignant ulcer, or tetter, or one that has lost a testicle. Whoever of the seed of Aaron the priest has a blemish on him shall not draw nigh to offer sacrifices to thy God, because he has a blemish on him. He shall not draw nigh to offer the gifts of God. The gifts of God are most holy, and he shall eat of the holy things. Only he shall not approach the veil, and he shall not draw nigh to the altar, because he has a blemish. And he shall not profane the sanctuary of his God, for I am the Lord that sanctifies them. And Moses spoke to Aaron and his sons, and to all the children of Israel. Psalm 36, 37 in Hebrew, verses 21 through 40. The sinner borrows, and will not pay again, but the righteous has compassion and gives. For they that bless him shall inherit the earth, and they that curse him shall be utterly destroyed. The steps of a man are rightly ordered by the Lord, and he will take pleasure in his way. When he falls, he shall not be ruined, for the Lord supports his hand. I was once young, indeed, I am now old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed seeking bread. He is merciful, and lends continually, and his seed shall be blessed. Turn aside from evil and do good, and dwell forever. For the Lord loves judgment, and will not forsake his saints. They shall be preserved forever. The blameless shall be avenged, but the seed of the ungodly shall be utterly destroyed. But the righteous shall inherit the earth, and dwell upon it forever. The mouth of the righteous will meditate wisdom, and his tongue will speak of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart, and his steps shall not slide. The sinner watches the righteous, and seeks to slay him. But the Lord will not leave him in his hands, nor by any means condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exact thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are destroyed, thou shalt see it. I saw the ungodly very highly exalting himself, and lifting himself up like the cedars of Libanus. Yet I passed by, and lo, he was not. And I sought him, but his place was not found. Maintain innocence, and behold uprightness. For there is a remnant to the peaceable man. But the transgressors shall be utterly destroyed together. The remnants of the ungodly shall be utterly destroyed. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord, and he is their defender in the time of affliction. And the Lord shall help them, and deliver them, and he shall rescue them from sinners, and save them, because they have hoped in him. Proverbs chapter 7, verses 24 through 27. Now then, my son, hearken to me, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart turn aside to her ways, for she has wounded and cast down many, and those whom she has slain are innumerable. Her house is the way of hell, leading down to the chambers of death. The Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 25, verses 1 through 30. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps, and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose, and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants, and delivered them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them 5 other talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh, and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came, and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should receive mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.